Crypto Insights, man, we are back. There's a lot of great news going on with the crypto space right now. Everything from XRP listing its stable coin, getting it blown up. Also, there's some other stuff going on in the space as far as Movement Labs. I got a lot of good information to share with you guys on Movement Labs. They're really hot and heavy. I do have some great predictions on these two major altcoins. There's also some stuff that's coming down the pipe with Avalanche. And of course, we're heading into January after the halving, man. And this is a really exciting time, really great past couple of days. MicroStrategy's been buying up a lot more Bitcoin. It shot up to another new all-time high this week. And we're still, like I said last week, we are in the banana zone, man. This is time where everything's going to go up tremendously. Now, there's going to be some bumps. Don't get scared by these shakeouts over the next couple months, because even though January is poised to be really up, as far as the market's concerned, crypto is, as you guys know, that's been with this over a year or two. It's very volatile. So, expected 30-40% correction sometime after January. But, it's a lot of great news. One of the big stories that came out, this was Avalanche. It just completed a $250 million raise, man. That's incredible, man. They're right on track for major growth. And that's right in time. This is actually the time where, projects are needing their funding. Some of them are actually, completing. Some of them are actually starting. But if they've got that funding going, they're going to be primed for the bull run here. Get some new projects off the ground. That's extremely promising. Of course, like I iterate here, a lot of YouTubers and a lot of KOLs in this space do not share this information with you. I've actually had to learn this on the ground, being here in Vietnam for almost 3 years. The essential thing to all of these blockchains is the builders. I can't highlight that enough. You can have a fast chain, you can have a great plan, but if you have no builders, and community, for that matter, if you have no builders and community, you really have nothing but hype. And that's actually, unfortunately, that's the case for so many in the space. There's just a lot of hype behind a lot of projects, and one I've actually been kind of critical on. Like I said, I do like Charles Hoskinson. The guy's really got some great ideas, but his strategy that he's utilizing, him and his team, are slowing things down, man. He's been coming out a lot in the news here. They've anticipated another update, and they're announcing some sort of decentralized governance system, and it's got some sort of constitutional committees, improved on-chain voting mechanisms. All of this is sounds good, but the problem is, like I said before, one of my previous criticism, it's creating unnecessary barriers to the space. I mean, this is supposed to be a decentralized technology that's actually supposed to speed up things for us in life. I mean, I think the more red tape that's added to Cardano, I think is just shooting Cardano just shooting itself in the foot, unfortunately. I hate to say, but hopefully they get it together. One of the projects that I think is actually serves as a reminder of what is useful in the space, and I like I said, one of them that I actually feel tremendously bullish about is Movement Labs. Now, these guys have been on the space for a few years. They've been around for a few years. Their founders are really young, and this is what you need in this space. These guys are only 21 and 24 as of earlier this year. I know one of them is probably older by now, but these guys are college dropouts, more kind of like Bill Gates. They launched their Movement Labs blockchain. They actually just did the TGE, the token launch, about a week ago. And these guys actually launched their project. Actually, the token took off. It was in the top 100 for a few days anyway. One of the things I think that they have that some of these older guys are not in tune with is that they understand how to get things going, and not get bogged down into unnecessarily technicalities. These guys are young. They attract a young audience. These guys are vibrant. They attract a lot of younger builders. I know a couple builders here personally with teams that are doing big things, and they're already a part of the movement team. They're already pushing their projects out there. I know one of the guys personally. Actually, I know a couple guys personally that's heading up projects here, and a lot of these, they didn't get any traction. They didn't get any love from some of the other blockchains, but as soon as they went to Move, Move saw the potential in what they were doing and just supported them. And that's what you need, man. You need the young guys that can see things, that have talent, that have a knack for getting things done, and they're not putting a bunch of barriers into the space. I was listening to one of the head of marketing. He's actually was on a really interesting talk that was on their broadcast on their channel on X, man. And I see why they're moving as fast. I know that they've been to a number of events here locally. They were actually at Korean Blockchain Week a few months ago, but I don't know if I've seen them I didn't see them at DevCon, but I'm sure they had a team up there. There were so many things going on at DevCon. But they've got their community building aspect together. They're not slowing things down with a bunch of bureaucratic nonsense. They're making moves in the Move blockchain language. I mean, it's really Aptos and Sui were the first two to utilize. Of course, those guys broke off from the Libre project, which was a Facebook project that was canned. But the Move language is protection against a reentry attack. And a reentry, I won't get into the deep weeds what a reentry attack was, but in over the past couple of years, Uniswap got hit. And Uniswap is one of the more trusted platforms in the space. They got hit in 2020 with a $25 million reentry attack. BurgerSwap also 7.2 million. And there were several different notable crypto projects that actually got hit with multi-million-dollar reentry attacks. Move eliminates that. It speeds up things. And what's cool about Movement Labs is they also integrate the data availability of Celestia, which is key with the interoperability. And the interoperability has actually been one of the key buzzwords for the space this year. And they're on the forefront of interoperability with the Movement Labs, with the partnership with the Celestia, and they have a shared sequencing. I think I'm saying that right. They have a ability to do shared sequencing, which actually it speeds up things quite a bit. But like I said, all of these things are pushing it to the forefront of the crypto space, man. I mean, we could talk about speed. All of these chains have tremendous speed, and it seems like another month passed and another chain promises to be the next fastest thing. But like I said, you don't have the builders on your space, on your blockchain. You don't have the community. You really don't have much. And unfortunate thing that's going on with this space. But yeah, Movement Labs, man, I actually predict some really great things for them. I mean, they've raised, like I said, they've raised $38 million earlier this year. And, they're off to the races. They've listed their token, their mainnet is coming out any day now. They did, I think the one token, the main token, I think that they listed is actually on the Ethereum chain, but the Movement chain is actually going to be listing here, I think, in a few weeks. So look for that. They're very promising. I think they're right now, they've went down to about 100, I believe, on the list. CoinGecko, and they're holding strong. Look like they're holding at about, last time I checked, they were holding at about 62 cents. And actually, 60, right at 60, almost 62 cents. And, they launched at about at 149. They're still have positive sentiment. They still have a lot of liquidity. They did a multiple list on multiple exchanges. They still have a lot of tokens that they're holding back. Of course, they've got the vesting schedule, just like a lot of these projects when they come out. But, with a $1.3 billion market cap, and they just listed, I predict that they're going to actually probably do at least about a 5x this cycle, man, in the next 12 months, man. So that's not financial advice, but I'm just telling you, this is a very promising chain. The fact that they support their builders, they build the community, they have a very intricate system where they basically allow the community to build. And I'll just play a little clip. They have all these guilds for all the different communities, but yeah, one of the things that I like about them is that they're utilizing some of the same strategy that Solana has used. Solana was very creative in allowing a decentralized approach to community building, and that's one of the reasons why I think that they're so successful. Not the fact that their chain is fast and all of that. I mean, that's a great aspect of it, but the key thing is supporting the builders and building the community. That's something that a lot of people don't talk about, but those two things are key to maintaining a blockchain, maintaining the excitement, and maintaining the token value, which, I'm sure everybody here is interested in, investing in the crypto space and making sure that their tokens are going to hold value. Nobody wants to buy something that doesn't have value. But yeah, $1.3 billion market cap. Right now, if that was, I think right now, the just say for instance, if it was getting to like a level of Chainlink right now, I think Chainlink is at about 1.7 billion right now. Just 5x, that wouldn't even be the Chainlink, but I think it would be in the top 20. I would just say that. I've talked to a lot of people about Movement, and they're on the ball, man. They've got a lot of positive feedback from the community. And I'm just going to play this clip from Will, who's the head of the Movement Labs business development and head of marketing, I should say. But yeah, this gives you an idea of their philosophy and ethos.
Yeah, and our job is to and I think this goes out to any ecosystem building, right? Like, we have success when we see that kind of talent and natural spontaneity emerge. It's our job to encourage it and to support it. And so we didn't create gorillas, but we support gorillas however they need support. And that goes for everyone in our community, right? Like, if people want to build, or people want to innovate, or people want to take the initiative, it's our responsibility to help them however we can. And I recommend that for any ecosystem builders, like in this industry. Like, if you see talent, don't like push it down, don't ignore it. Even if you don't see the vision, help the vision be curated, because who knows where the gorillas are going to end up. They could end up bigger than Movement, and there might be a community that spawns out of the Movement that hasn't come to be yet.
Yeah, so you can just get an idea of the fire and the adherence to the ethos of crypto, man. These guys are decentralizing their communities. They're making sure that people are getting support. They're not downing anybody that's got talent. They see talent, they support it, and I can vouch for that because the guys that I've met that have actually got projects on Movement, you know, very, very talented builders, man. You know, one of them is the head for Move with Friends. He's told me specifically that they really helped support him. They helped guide him. They gave him great ideas and great feedback on his project. And the same with the Smurf Gaming Guild here in Vietnam. They've actually told me the same thing. That the head of that told me the same thing. So kudos to Movement Labs. Yeah, foresee a 5x this cycle in the next year with them, man. They're really, really promising. And I think that they're going to be doing tremendous things in the space, given that they've got a winning philosophy, one that's proven to work with Solana and other different teams. But yeah, speaking of the market cap for crypto here, man, I was talking about the market cap of Movement, but yeah, just the market cap of crypto, man. Right now, it's look at this. We're almost at 4 trillion right now. This is crazy, man. We're almost at 4 trillion. End of year, after the halving, Q4, and I think one of the big key factors here is the news. We had the news of some big things happening with MicroStrategy. They're buying a bunch still. We're at 107 right now for Bitcoin. Ethereum's been holding all day here for over 4,000. That's actually a big promising sign for Ethereum. And of course, some of the analysts, including myself, predict that it's going to be 5,000. We're going to be at all-time high Ethereum by early January. And actually the technicals on that actually say the same thing. So yeah, look forward to some major developments with Ethereum. Ethereum has actually been really, the spot ETFs have been really kicking up as well. I think they've had a tremendous amount of inflows here this week. And of course, for those that are not understanding what the inflows are to the spot ETF, the spot ETFs, they have to hold 1-for-1 ratio for whatever is being bought. Right now, this week alone, let's see, the analysts say there's been over almost 688 billion of inflows just this week. And that's for both the Ethereum and the Bitcoin ETFs, man. It's really phenomenal. But yeah, 51 million, 16-day streak of Ethereum ETFs. That's positive. That's incredible, man. But yeah, this is tremendously bullish news. The on-chain activity is spiking with Ethereum as well. Short term, 124,000 for Bitcoin, and you know, we're going to be probably short term 4866 according to this other analyst. I think we're going to hit that 5,000 by January, though, in my opinion, for Ethereum. So we are still in the banana zone, man. It's interesting time. One of the truly amazing stories that just came out, man, is that the XRP stablecoin is finally here, and it's got approval. A lot of the hurdles have been in this cycle have been regulatory. We're going to see a major influx in XRP, and it's already affecting the price. And they'll be able to trade it today. So it's a really big plan, really big thing. This jumped off with Ripple RLUSD, which is the actual ticker for it. And so, you know, you're going to see a major thing. And then with this, there's another fund that actually launched. Another financial institution said they're going to actually launch the use of Ripple within its ecosystem. And I believe this was a card company, and they're actually going to be utilizing Ripple as well. So kudos to Ripple and the XRP Army, man. It's really been a long path. The SEC has kind of stymied things for XRP, but man, it's off to the races now. And they've gotten to the point now where multiple funds in multiple countries are announcing that they're going to be launching ETFs. Uphold is going to, and they're going to be utilizing it in its rewards program starting next month. So, you know, I think this is actually going to be utilized within their financial institution, maybe their card and their wallets. Yeah, so with that, you see XRP is already up tremendously today. I think at one point they were up to almost $2.70. Currently, they went down to 266, but yeah, still almost 12% for the day, which I don't think is going to stop anytime soon because of all the positive momentum that XRP has been having this past month. It's just been really accelerating things for them. And you know, one last piece of news, I've gotten 5 different projects and crypto updates, and one that I think is important to really face, because I still talk to a lot of people and there's still a lot of interest in this space as it pertains to meme coins. Meme coins are fun to invest in, and they're, you know, this is kind of like a lot of early adopters actually play with meme coins. Some people you know, kind of still do, even though they've been with the space for years. But this is just a lesson for people that are doing meme coins, man. You got to be careful, man. I've actually been playing meme coins. I don't do that much. I only do like about 100 or 2 usually. And it's fun, you know, to just see if something pops. You get a 10x real quick and get out if you're smart. Sometimes that doesn't pan out, but one of the lessons that I wanted to share is not really pertaining to necessarily meme coins, but it's actually a project as well. And this is another cautionary tale. This project was called Over. And I tell you, one of the things that you got to watch, man, there's always many good actors are there in this space and great technology. There's still some bad actors, man, but yeah, so yeah, what Over was going to do was new blockchain supposedly, and there were some words that they were going to give some airdrops for some of the initial users, and so everybody was utilizing the chain and doing all of these things and incurring all these fees and trying to see if they were going to get some airdrops for doing so and get rewarded, which is typically what some of the new blockchains do if they're smart. You know, there's other strategies to attracting people to your blockchain as well. But you know, what happened was Over, one of the things that happened with Over, everybody was doing all these different activities on their chain, and guess what? Look at this. Miners put in a lot of effort and received $5 or $10. So NFT was costing 150 to 200. Token allocation was $76. And they didn't get nothing. And you know, like this guy had said, you know, one of the worst projects in terms of community rewards, and that doesn't set well with people. You end up getting people that were initially interested in your chain, or kind of interest. Some people are just trying to make money online, MMO crowd, but there's some people that are actually trying to be seriously interested in your chain and utilizing it. But you know, when you get something like this done, that sours your community. It puts a bad taste in everybody's mouth, and they're out. Speaking of which, I think I ran over my time, so I think I need to be out myself. I'm going to be hitting some other events this week. I got a couple of interviews lined up with some tremendous founders, of course, here in Vietnam and some outside of Vietnam. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And everybody, keep it coffee and crypto. I'll see you next week.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit.